Unit 6, Lesson 1. It's the first of the 4 lessons on scatter plots. We're looking at data through scatter plots. So we're going to start by clicking on Classwork. And we'll find our way there to Lesson 1, Data and Scatter Plots. It'll look a little bit different when you do it, but you just click to open up the PDF. And when you do, it'll look something like this. I recommend opening it up with Kami. If you are using the Chromebooks, you should find it right there. If you're not, if you're using a different computer, you're welcome to open it up with something else and do the work that way. That's fine also. And then turn it in, or if you need to, just print it out and then take a picture of it, attach that to an email, send that to me. A couple students do it that way. When you open it up with Kami, which I'm going to do here, you'll come up with a lesson something like this. You can use 2 fingers to scroll and zoom as you need to. Let's go ahead and look at problem 1. In hockey, a player gets credited with a point in their statistics when they get an assist or goal. The table shows the number of assists and the number of points for 15 hockey players after a season. Make a scatter plot of this data. So we're going to put these points onto this graph. So each one of these, let's see, the assists is the x-axis, which goes with the x variable here. Points will be our y. We're going to need to fill in our axes numbers here. This was my first one. After this, I went ahead and did that for you, I think, on lessons 2 through 4. But we do need to know how to do this, so let's go ahead. So for our we could write it in, but I'm going to go ahead and use a text box, and it might be the easiest way for you to. The first thing to notice is, let's see, I'm kind of in the way. Let me get myself out of the way there. The first thing to notice is that I'm still in the way. Our highest one is 4672. So we need to make sure that our data can do that. So let's see, looking across the bottom, we need to get up to 46, so it looks like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 will get us there. So let's go by tens. I'm going to use a font size of 12, and I'm going to click down here. Let's see, we could put a 0, but it's not necessary. Each one of these we're putting it at the line, not in the boxes. If we were making a column graph, we'd put them there, but we're going to put them this way, because with the scatter plot, we're looking for a very specific place to put our point. And we'll go up to 50. All right, we're going to do the same going up. We have 72. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, let's go by tens that way also. I'm going to make the font size a little bigger. I was, messing with it earlier. And I noticed, not yet. Keep that on 12. It wants me to change the color, which I'll be happy to do. All right, so click out of that text box. And then we're going to change it to 14. Fine, I'll change this to green. There we go. All right, we're going to start up here, and that will be 80, 70, 60. Now again, you can move this around. In fact, let's just type them in and then move it around. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. If you are drawing, this probably would come out a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and put the 0 just for emphasis, but notice that each of these numbers go with a point, not a space. All right, so let's try this out. So hit pause if you need to, but I'm going to go ahead and go forward here. So we're going to put the points in now. So I'm going to use a drawing. I'm going to put a big dot. I'm going to make this a 6. Keeps wanting me to change the color. Fine, I'll make it red. All right, so the first one is 22, 28. So 22 is going to be a little past 20. So about there is 22. And on the points side, it's 28, so which is almost 30. So we put a dot right about there. Notice, see, it's 22, a little past 20. and 28, which is not quite up to 30. So the assists, 22, points, 28. 22, 28. The next one, 16, 18. So our next hockey player had 16 assists over the season, which goes about a little bit closer to 20 than 10, but not much. Up to 18, which is less than 20. About there. Okay, 46, 72. So that's our big one that we had circled. 46 is most of the way to 50. And then 72 is a little higher than 70. So most of the way to 50, a little higher than 70, about there. 19, I'm still in the way. They moved me over there. That looks like a place where I'm not in the way. 19, 29, I'm always in the way. 19, 29. 13, 26. So because you clicked on this video for help, I'm going to go through this one with you. Make sure that you're seeing what to do, because I'm not going to help you much on the second one. There's 2 of these to do. Let's see, 9 and 13 for this assignment. 9, 13. And the reason we're going to put them all on is because I'm also going to show you the trend line. 16, 22. 16 is most of the way to 20. 22 is a little bit more than 20. Notice the points are not falling in a perfect line. And that's because if this is a hockey team, they're not going to fall perfectly in line. 12, 17. Wait, did I do the 12? I don't think I did the 8, 18. 12, 13. Helps to have a big dot because hopefully that right answer is in there somewhere. 12, 17. Notice both those players had 12, but they don't have the same number of points. So this is not a function because you have more than one answer to 12. 37 to 50. 7, 12. 17, 34. 17 is closer to 20 than 10. 34 is closer to 30 than 40. Looks like you're starting to form a cluster, which is a term if you find a lot of dots in the same area. 27, 58. So it is a math term you should know. 27, 58. A cluster. It's pretty easy to remember, though. Always makes me think of pecan clusters, though, and that makes me hungry. 1834, 1834, so about there. Go ahead and pause if you need to, and don't just copy my dots. Do your best to see if you can see how each one of these dots represents one of these data points. All right, so our first thing it said to do is make a scatter plot of this data. The second thing, it says draw a straight line onto the graph to show the trend of the data. So drawing a trend line is an important part of this unit. So I'm going to recommend you click on Shapes and Insert Line. This will give us I'm going to choose a different color again. Green will match. It'll be nice because it'll go across those red dots that you'll be able to see it. Should stand out. If you click on Shapes, and if you're doing this on paper and pencil, I'd recommend get a ruler or a straight edge. Find a magazine or something so you can draw the line straight. So there's 3 considerations that we're looking for a trend line. The first one is it should go the same direction. So this one goes lower left to upper right. That's a positive association. So we need to make sure it goes that way. The second thing we look for is we want about half the dots above and below, roughly. It doesn't have to be exactly half the dots above and below, but should be somewhere in that area. And the third thing we want to make sure is our slope is right. Our slope is how steep it goes, right? So I notice it goes up pretty kind of gradually. So I'm going to try making a line. I'm going to start, let's see, about here. And I'm going to go through the points. Now I kind of want to aim for that last dot, but I want to make sure that that's okay. So I've got about half the dots on each side. Don't count the dots. It's not that important. The consideration is roughly the same number of dots. So that seems to be about the right steepness. it's definitely the right direction and has roughly the same number of points on both sides. So that is what a trend line looks like. So step 2 here, draw a straight line onto the graph to show the trend of the data. I do recommend that we try to bring the line all the way back to the y-axis for doing our equations we'll do later, but at this point it's not required. Oop, I'm going to use 2 fingers to scroll. If a new player usually made 15 assists per game, about how many points would you expect him to get this season? So assuming that it's a boy hockey player, we have 15 points. So 15 points, 15 assists per game. So that would put them about right here. Let me use another color. Let's use yellow so it doesn't stand out too much. So if it was 15 assists per game, we would expect, let's see, that they would be right about on our trend line. So our trend line helps us establish our trend, meaning that a data seems to be going that way. So it looks like about 24. So go back to the text box, go back to blue. So write out a sentence there. If the new player usually made 15 assists, he would probably, remember we don't know, but with the data it gives us a chance to predict. He would probably get about 24 points. And depending on how you drew it, you might, if you said 23 and that matches what you have on your graph, then that'd be fine, or 25. But make sure it matches yours, not just copying down what I wrote. So that's what we do. We plot our points. We make our lines on the side, which again, I kind of apologize for not having that ahead of time. It is something that you need to learn how to do, but it is tougher to do in a case like this. And my phone went off. All right, so be able to do the axes, be able to plot each point, be able to draw a trend line, and then use your trend line to make predictions about additional questions that may come up. So the second one is going to be the same thing. And there's 2 on this assignment. We already did 1. I'll get you guys started just because, again, the axis should be figured out. We've got 41 through 47. No, we don't. What's the first year on here? They're not in order, and a lot of times data comes that way, so it's fine that it comes like that. It looks like 1939 is our earliest, and it goes all the way up through, let's see, we can go ahead and zoom in there. Let's try a smaller font, maybe 12. We're going to start at 1939. So there was this epidemic. You may have heard of that kind of thing happening. See, that's going to be, maybe that's about right, 40. In the 30s, they had one called whooping cough. And the numbers on this look really interesting compared to if you think about our own epidemic that we have, or pandemic, because it's worldwide. So just a quick look here at the second one before I let you do it. At the bottom, you're going to want to do 1939 through 1956, and you can see what happened in the epidemic last time. On the side here, if you use drawing size 1, you can zoom in. Our highest number of cases, was in 41. Which means if we go up by 50,000, we should be able to do this. Notice again, I'm writing on the lines, meaning I'm right where the line hits the axis. 150,000, 200,000. It's a lot of cases. But again, it sounds like the news today. So if you start off like that, you can put in the points. And for the points, I recommend doing a pretty good sized dot. So for 41, it was 222,000, which is about halfway between 200,000 and 250,000. 1950 is 120,000, quite a bit less, 1950. Somewhere in there, we got a vaccine that all of us have received that vaccine. 1945, 133,000. So I will let you finish it from there. And remember to turn it in when you're done. Thank you.